Christ so, and welcome back to Britain's Hidden History, me, Ross Broadstock. And it's a short video about Hadrian's Wall, which should not be called Hadrian, and it might not be even a wall. Even historically, it was probably built under Severus, who we consider to be a British king rather than a Roman emperor. But apart from all that, let's just look at the sort of the Disneyland of Britain, which is Hadrian's Wall, where people think, well, people are told they're being shown ancient Roman walls, where in fact most of these less than 200 years old. Some 1950s, 1980s, even the 2000s. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? And this just illustrates it beautifully. Bob Morgan, thank you for this. He found it's from a few years ago, but it says the point beautifully. And it's saying here about collapsed Hadrian's Wall repairs carried out. Okay, so the wall's collapsing. People have been walking on it, taking blocks or whatever, but basically it's just falling apart, all right? And you think, wow, after 2,000 years it's finally falling apart and they've got to repair it in the Roman style. But hang on a second. This is known as the Clayton Wall, because as mentioned before, Clayton was some rich bloke 200 years ago who decided that he knew how to make a Roman wall. There was no wall there. There was stuff under the ground. There was a mound. There was loose stones. They decided it was a Roman wall. This was it. And therefore, it says, well, it's politely, it says, this is BBC, the voice of God, so it must be true. The Clayton section of Hadrian's Wall was built, it does say that it was built in the mid to late 19th century by antiquarian John Clayton, who reconstructed, that is incredibly generous, he constructed, because he didn't know what, it was a fantasy. He made this wall out of his imagination of how he imagined a Roman wall would look, because there's no model to follow, there's no way of knowing, of Hadrian's Wall to conserve what was left of that area. He built it. Anyway, built in the years 122 to 30. This is all just wishful thinking again. So the key thing is that Bob's pointed out that this section was only built, I think around about 1815 or something like that, 19th century anyway. It's not even 200 years old. And it's already fallen down and needs repairing. So when this wall was there, and it's, if it's there all that time, there's no way, if it was there at all, it would have required regular maintenance and repair by somebody. And even the biggest stretch of the imagination, the Romans only been in this area maybe 300 years. So it's like a road. They might have had a hand in repairing it if there was a wall there. Plus all the other anomalies, like, why the ditch is on the wrong side. This totally ununderstood and not known at all what the wall was really about or who built it. There we go, a little bit of fantasy, always good fun to go and have a look at it and wander along. But when you're seeing those walls, remember, none of them are more than about 200 years old, and some of them just been repaired in the last 6 or 7 years. Hey, there you go, the weird world we live in. Till next time, Heddiw.